Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. I'm Dark Match Steve. If that wasn't obvious, what the fuck do you want from me? What do you want? Oh, you want some live content, huh? You want to watch a little streamer get sexy for you? Is that it? Well, you're welcome. Here I am. What's up, lovers? How's it going? Sorry, guys. I was trying the whole time during the intro. I'm trying to. Okay, here we go. I fixed it. This new iPhone. I'm trying to turn the scam calls back on because we have not spoken to any scam callers in so long. Guys, what's the deal? Last call we got was at 6:40. I still get them. Guys. Let's check it out. Here we go. Scam likely. This is my best friend calling 50 times a day. More than that. But yeah, it's this new iPhone. And even when you Google it, it doesn't tell you the right way to fix it, which is weird. Anyway. Oh, fuck, man. So, guys, how about it? How's it going? Let me get to the chat page. Holy fuck, why is there 60 messages? You people are fucking going ape shit in the chat. So how was everybody else getting up today without any Bubba content? Huh? How did that suit you all? I got up this morning and went to go take a shit, and I was like, fuck. No Bubba? The fuck am I supposed to? And right, I even went to the channel. They didn't have like a best of or anything. I guess I don't know. Is it Bubba Army HQ you're supposed to go to for the best of or something? I have no idea. But they weren't on YouTube. So I started scrolling on some other shit, pinched a loaf, and got in the shower and moved on with my day. So there's that. Michael Earl, what's up, lover? Fat Pig is in here. What's up, you guys? Thanks for joining us. Bob Cook. What's up, Bob? Stacy G. Welcome. Thomas Gilson's up in here. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Thank you all for joining us. Guys, please hit the like button wherever you're at. I see some people already hit it on the Facebook. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Didn't even have to ask. You guys are awesome. Thuggish Ruggish is up in here. What's up, Famalam? Scott Starbird. What's up, Scott? Rainey's up in here. Donald Ferguson. Elon still owes the taxpayers for the DCXA. Ew, it's St. Patrick's Day. Do I have a green hat? I have a camo hat. I guess I could put that on. Oh, I ain't going to be doing no drinking. There we go. We got some green. Oh. That's what it is. My fur fell. My fucking fur keeps falling. Some animal died so I could get this. At least I should enjoy it, right? Oh, that's very soft. Yeah, fucking St. Patty's Day. Who gives a fuck? Not me. Let's get down to the chat. Big E's up in here. Trying to say hello to everybody at least once. Fucking oh, Scott, you're saying you're having the worst night because it's because of technical difficulties. Yeah, I've been there, guys. I mean, sometimes I'm like balls deep in some shit that I think is really good content, and then that fucking symbol pops up saying that I have no internet connection. You guys say it's all choppy and shit. It's fucking bullshit. Dark Daddy Steve, bro, please, please, please tug on those piercings for us. I get off to pain, brother. That is sick. Pat O'Brien, welcome. Pinched you, pinch. Pat O'Brien wants to pinch my nipples as punishment for not wearing green. My Big E, my little Mexican cholo. Dude, I'm Mexican homo maybe, but I'm not Mexican. Fucking Holyoke Joe's up in here. What's up? Dark Match Gene, would you let Buzzard Bob sit in for a stream when he visits Florida? What the fuck? What, in my house? What am I supposed to let Buzzard Bob into my home? And he just starts eating ass all over my fucking house? What, are you kidding me? I ain't doing that. All right, let me bring up these other tabs. So what are we... Today's Best of Bubba running right now on YouTube. Really? Hold on. Why are they running it now? Why are they running it now? That is so... During my stream, they're going to run it, huh? Buzzy has no teeth. He can gum your butt. As tempting as that sounds, I think I might actually pass on that. Yes, it is live now. I see that. I'm on fucking YouTube. Let's see what they're playing.
Ancestry has this feature.
Why would you guys... Why would this be on now? Like, for real, what the hell? I'm streaming here. What the hell? I'm streaming over here. Stacy G, you told them to come here. Why are they playing it at night? Why was I sitting on the toilet this morning with nothing to watch, and now they're playing it during my stream? The fuck is the big idea? What am I supposed to just change time slots?
Where you can colorize your photos.
Oh, look at the colors.
Join us for the News Channel 8.
Guys, we're almost, not that close, but we're almost to 400 subs on my channel. Thank you all for the support, really. This last week, I tried to cover all Bubba content, and I think we had a good, fun week of streaming, the little Bubbathon on the Dark Match Steve channel. Dutch Duke, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, not 6 p.m. Or it's 6 p.m., not 6 a.m. It is weird. I don't know. I'm sure it's nothing against me. I'm sure they didn't. I'm sure Dark Match Steve didn't come across their mind even once when they thought about posting the best of at 6 p.m. 4-hour best of. But hey, let's bring it up. Hold on.
Outdoors Expo and Boat Show, March 28th through the 30th at Armature Works. From fishing and pontoon to speed and...
Yeah,
like 3
The boat show.
times before, 4 times before.
Yeah, bad weather. It was a clear day. And this one guy, remember they had a guy on there that was covering the citrus industry because
Right.
it was so cold. And they were like, hey, we want you to go cover the launch. And he was one of the main guys there.
Now, this is the thing I have to say, Holyoke Joe, since you're in here right now, and I'm not talking shit, because there was one other person that did make a similar critique about me during the first podcast I did for Bubba's show, for the Bubba podcast channel. I did say and quite a bit, And part of that was it was like hard for me to like think properly because it was the day after I did those fucking mushrooms on the stream, and my mind was still fucking blown. But the next day, I think is when I recorded that podcast, and I was like, yeah, I'm Dark Match Steve. There was a little bit of that. Okay, I don't think it was over. I don't think I like overdid it. I mean, I was kind of scrambling a few times. But Tuttle does this all the time. And I heard Bubba do it the other day too, and Seth. A lot of fucking radio people say and when they're like shifting from sentence to sentence, point to point or whatever. A lot of them do that. I think it's just because I'm new to the Bubba realm that people are being extra critical or something, because I don't know anybody that's on Bubba's show that has been on Bubba's show that doesn't do that in between sentences.
And so, morning of the launch, the rocket people are telling the government, we're scrubbing it. And I think the government or NASA said,
we got to do it for the taxpayers.
Well, they threatened to like not do business with these rocket launcher people anymore if they didn't, co-sign on. So they like internally made these memos and stuff prior to the launch. Internally, the rocket launch company had internally kind of documented that they're not for this. They're kind of being coerced and forced into signing off on this launch. So that was part of that the United States government did a big, like a Warren, like they did for the John F. Kennedy. They did a big investigation kind of deal. And did you send it to me?
Well, I sent you what the transcript is. I'm trying to find the audio, but if you scroll down, you kind of see toward the end where it says loss of all data.
Oh, is this the, you mean like as they're going up?
Yeah.
I don't want to read it.
When was this from? 3/17. That's today's date. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I've ever seen they have a POV. They had a camera.
They have
like on what would be the dash of the space shuttle. So you actually get to see what it's like inside one of those when it launches.
Did they have one on this one?
No, they did not. No.
All right. So here's Trump. He asked his boy Elon, "Can you go get the people up?" This would, Brian. I mean, you're right down the middle, and you're MAGA matroni, but you're really not. But you are fair. Like, you're fair.
Yeah.
Like, if Trump does something cool,
right? What do y'all think about that? Pat O'Brien, Dr. Dan is fully confident, bro. Seth has mental problems. I have mental problems too. We're in good company. We're all, yeah. Holyoke Joe, listen to my calls. I've never had to be dumped or regular radio in 25 years. Of course, I haven't called nearly as much as you have, Holyoke Joe, but I've called into the show like, I don't know, 30 times, not 30, maybe somewhere between like 15 and 30 times. I know I've called back in the day. I used to call every single time I sent in a parody song. I would call in. You guys remember that? Every time I'd send them in, I would call. It may be closer to 30. Because, yeah, the first like year, I called every time I sent in, first 2 years probably. For a while, I called in every single time I sent a song in to make sure that they would play it. And Caveman would even sort of tell me, like, okay, if you want to call, we'll play it at around whatever time you can call in. And then I'd call in. They've never had to dump me. I've never cussed on the air. Seth's having to stand up is enough. What do y'all think about Seth standing up during the show? I like the vibe. I just don't like how abruptly he adopted that into a daily thing and just pretended like, hey, whatever. Who cares? I'm just standing up. You're blowing our minds with that. Anyway. Dark Knight Steve is a great caller. Not as good as Tampa Terry, though. I will say that. I'm embarrassed to call on the same day that Tampa Terry calls in because Tampa Terry calls are actually fucking hilarious. Why did he stand up? I think Seth is more comfortable standing up, which, guys, if you notice me when I do the stream, I have to adjust like this like 15 times just because my back gets irritated. I start leaning. I start up sitting up straight, and then I end up with my balls kind of under me, and so I got to pull them out, and then I go forward, and eventually I'm like this, and then I have to go like this again, and I do it like every few minutes. So I get the standing up deal. Well, he probably has other reasons, but that probably helps too, I guess, if you have anxiety. I'll say one thing that they're sitting for 4 hours, and he does. Seth likes to go for a walk, and I heard Dan say it's like pointless, which in terms of like working out, it is pointless. But in the context of you having to sit for a 4-hour show, I mean, people get blood clots after they get off of an airplane from a 2-hour flight. So, I mean, it is at least good for that. All right, let's anyway, yeah, Bubba's for some reason they're live streaming the best of at now during my stream. If you guys are interested, go check it out. Whatever. I hit the like button. At least go hit the like button for him, even if you're going to hang here. Go hit the like button for Bubba Army over there. All right, let's see. Let's get into the Elon Musk bullshit. Oh, just for St. Patty's Day. Hold on, let me pull this up. I want to play this for St. Patty's Day. This is the least I could do. Who remembers this video? This is a classic.
Crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up-close view at what some say is a piece of Irish folklore.
Some people in the Crichton area of Mobile say a leprechaun is taking up residence in their neighborhood. A leprechaun. NBC 15's Brian Johnson has more.
Curiosity leads to
Who remembers this video? This fucking shit.
large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community. Many of you bringing binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures.
To me, it look like a leprechaun to me. I gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun say yeah?
This fucking guy. Hi. God damn it, black community. Stop being so fucking funny. Okay? Stop being so naturally funny, black community. Good shit.
Eyewitnesses say the leprechaun only comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks
The fucking sketch, bro. God damn. That's how you know it's real, is this sketch.
like. Others find it hard to believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations for the image.
My theory is it's casting a shadow from the other limb.
That's the Neil deGrasse Tyson of that neighborhood right there. It could be a limb casting a shadow.
A crackhead that got hold to the wrong stuff, and it told him to get up in a tree and play a leprechaun.
St. Patrick's Day, crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up.
A crackhead got hold of the wrong stuff. DMS, now that we have seen your face, is it time for a new profile picture? I don't fucking know. Something about... So my profile picture that I've kept like that, something about that I really like because... If y'all look at my profile picture here in the chat, yo, Dark Match Steve, So this face, I don't know. There may be some people that don't know what this is. This mask thing I'm wearing is this is from my COVID-19 costume that I made. And something about that, the look on my face in this, something about it is just a whole fucking vibe on its own. And I love it. Number two, I heard, and this is after I established this as my profile pic. Oh, Tuttle's up in the chat. What's up, Tuttle? Over on the Facebook. What's up, bro? How's it going? Oh, so SpaceX is boiling out ULA. I hear you. True. Fucking yeah, we just played a clip from what? Well, I don't know, Patrick, or I don't know why I say Pat Tuttle. Why are they playing the best of at 6 p.m. instead of 6 a.m.? Was that an accident? Is that Lummy's fault? Because they're cutting into my stream. I'd have probably 3 times as many viewers if it wasn't for Bubba's channel streaming a best of right now. But yeah, so did you ever service your boyfriend with the green mask on? No, but you know what? Not Terry, sorry, the Pat O'Brien. Pat O'Brien. It's funny that you ask that because there's a video of my my butt buddy servicing me while wearing a similar mask, but it's not, I think it's a different color. See, the thing I'm wearing in my picture here is not actually like, it's not a mask. That's one of those full body suits, a green bodysuit thing. And I had to cut the eye holes and the mouth hole myself. Something about this, again, why I won't get rid of my profile picture. Something about this look on my face is just like, it's a vibe. But, oh yeah, this is what I was getting to also. But after I established this as my profile picture, I saw somewhere, there was some page that I came across on Instagram, and they were, it was a really popular account, and it's one of those accounts, I don't know if anyone else has come across these, but they are social media accounts that are popular, and they tell you how to, like, little tricks so that you can grow your channels and stuff easier. One of the things that this person said for, exactly, Dutch Duke, exactly. The look on your face is Guar-ish. It's like my own Guar costume, the COVID costume. But anyway, one of the tips that this guy said in growing your social media, which it might be bullshit, but it's even still, like I said, I love the profile picture. But this guy said one thing that helps with your profile picture is to have a profile picture that is like one color. This guy claims it's like a thing that people will remember your profile picture better, and they'll just associate that color with your profile. So this fucking like neon greenish deal that I have for my profile pic, it's all one color on the profile pic. And so, you know, it's just kind of, it's easy to see. It's not a bunch of stuff happening. If it's a full body picture, you wouldn't even be able to see me at all. If it was just my face, no one would give a fuck. You wouldn't even be able to tell who the fuck it is. No one would care. But it's a fucking green Guar, like trollish fucking look. I don't know. A Geico suit? No, that's my COVID costume. Monochromatic. That's the word, isn't it? Yeah, monochromatic. That's what they recommend for a profile picture, because people will remember it better for various reasons. But yeah, anyway, so I've just left it as that. I liked having the Spawn costume as my picture. Also, that was one I really liked having because I made it myself. And when I had the Guar costume as a profile picture back in the day, that I loved. I hated to get rid of that. But anyway, and then on top of everything else, I feel like having that profile picture, even though some people don't know what it is, which is fine, but it's a sort of subconscious reminder of what they did to us. Okay? What the government got away with doing to us. The various things they got away with doing to us. So it's a COVID costume profile picture. Okay, let's get to a video of SpaceX docking with the ISS. And you guys know I love docking. I love all kinds of docking. We are pro docking on this stream. Holyoke, are you shooting ropes these days? You're asking Holyoke if it does it shoot out or just dribble. So it's funny. I even though it looks like you're asking Holyoke Joe, I'll answer this question. Last night, I had a nice shot, a few feet, but for like a week there, I think I was just not getting enough sleep and not drinking enough water. I was dribbling, and I was like, "What the hell?" I took great pride in getting distance with when I finish. You know, I take great pride in getting some distance. I'm like, hell yeah, you can't run from it. It'll get you. But I've been dribbling for like a week straight, except for last night. I was like, oh, yeah, there we are, back to normal. Scooter! What the fuck? You're damn right. Hold on, stop the tape. It's Scooter. What's up, Scooter? What are you doing in these parts with your sexy ass? Yo, cuzzo. Glad you're around, still kicking. What's up, bro? I haven't fucking seen you on social media or anything. How's it going? Shoot ropes, not dope. Yeah. I agree with that. All right, let's bring up, where did I have it? Where the fuck did I have it? I got message requests. Oh, fuck. We got this other thing to get to too, guys. God damn, there's an interesting video I have to show you guys. So stick around, and it's not the fucking SpaceX bullshit. I want to get you guys to give me your opinions on this shit, because I have not looked any of it up, but this is a very cool video. Just wait around for a little bit. I swear we'll get to it. Okay. Here, let me bring up Twitter, even though that's risky to do on YouTube. What is this? Hold on. So I just got on Twitter, and Elon Musk is the top thing right here. So let's just take a look at this video. SpaceX Dragon docks with space station. Fuck yeah, that sounds hot. I'm pre-coming a little bit. I'm wet in my pants because I like docking. Okay, is this supposed to be an actual video? Jack Mahogoff, what's up, bro? How's it going? Thanks for joining us. Hey, Steve, which Diaco would you be down to dock with? Honestly, whichever one has the foreskin. I wasn't I was under the impression that they're all cut. Us North American men are all cut. It's bullshit. Guys, I can't tell you how serious I am about this. I wish I still had my foreskin, and I'm not playing around here. I'm actually fucking pissed off. I had it stolen from me by some Armenian doctor. Okay, and they probably ate it and it gave them longevity. Hey, easy with that in my stream. Israel is our greatest ally. We do not mention that group of people in a took sounds like stolen or negative. Well, I'm not saying that. They made a facial cream out of it. That's what they do. That's what, what's her name? That one bitch went on Ellen's show and was like, yeah, I use this. Or no, it was Oprah. Yeah. That's even filthier. That one bitch went on Oprah's show and was like, yeah, I use this facial cream. It's got, you know, she's like, what's in it? Well, you know, baby body parts, mainly foreskins, but also some pineal glands. See if they will give it back, Steve Jackson. I wish. You know, some people do foreskin restoration, and I think it's bullshit because I saw something about this on Twitter somewhere, and one of the pictures that this guy posted looked like it wasn't even the same penis. This one guy claimed that he did foreskin restoration therapy, like I guess pulling the skin to like stretch it out or something. I don't even know. I didn't look into it enough, but yeah. Sounds promising. I don't know if I want to risk getting stretch marks on my dingus. I already have scars from the circumcision. I don't think I need stretch marks too. Okay, I didn't put this here. Let's it's got to be over on the twit. Yeah, this looks like a fucking cartoon. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. This is animation, right? Or it's just really sped up and it's animation. Dr. Dan can make me a new foreskin. That'd be nice. If he could, I'd take him up on it. He'll put tits on adult men. Bare minimum, he should be able to stretch out my goddamn foreskin. Guys, have we talked about the phalloplasties? Have we talked about phalloplasties? I'm telling you, go to Twitter and look up phalloplasty. I'm actually shocked at how good some of them look. I am actually shocked and jealous. There's these trans men that go get a phalloplasty, which is basically they make a penis out of like pieces of forearm skin and stuff like that. But they give them hogs. These women that change to men, they get the phalloplasty procedure and they have fucking huge hogs on them. Big old dong. It's like 8 inches limp. It's fucking bullshit. How are you going to make F to M males more hung than the average male? That's not even cool. All right, I'm on Twitter. I'm looking for this other video that I shaved. Oh, here we go. So this is them. This is the post-docking discharge from one ship to another. Snizzle Slizhair, what's up, lover? Guys, stop laughing at what I said. I'm not joking around. I'm fucking pissed off. Why are there women with bigger dicks than me? And I'm like, Scooter, God hated me in that department. Look, sometimes I feel slightly neglected by God in that department, but that's mainly when I watch, porn with African-American men in it. I do. This is the problem, guys. This is the problem. I'm like I'm just barely above average. Okay. I should be very proud of mine and confident, but I'm not. Not after I see these phalloplasty dicks that are 8 inches soft. It's fucking bullshit. I'll never get naked again. They don't have balls, though. That's the weirdest thing about it. Let me tell you. You thought I had a BWC? Well, I kind of do, but the thing is, it's like I'm not the most confident with it, but it is technically. I am above average, but it pisses me off when I see it with someone that's 8 inches soft and it's not even a man genetically. Guys, I'm telling you, go look up phalloplasties. There's some pictures that are really awful, but some of them you'll be like, what the fuck? But they don't have balls. That's the weirdest thing is like you look at it and it's just a dong. Pat O'Brien, are you all length, no girth? What do you mean? Is my penis two-dimensional? No. What the fuck you talking about? No, my girth, I'm like upper into average. I forget I measured it one day. I forget. I looked it up. I think I'm under 5 inches around, like just under, like 4 or something. I forget, which is like upper into average. Do I like balls? I like them enough to where I miss them if they're not there. Does the dong get hard, the fake one? So what I think, if I'm not mistaken, what they do with the phalloplasty deals is they normally have like, and I could be wrong about this, but I assume this is the case if they're going to go through the whole procedure of making a fake penis for a female to male trans person, is that they put in one of those devices that it gets hard, it inflates, and they have like a button behind the knee. Literally, they have like a button somewhere that you just press it and the penis gets hard, some kind of implant. So yes, I think they do get hard. But another thing too, which is I've heard about with the implants, is like, so when a regular man with a genetically naturally grown penis, when the penis gets hard, it's that's my roommate's laundry. Ignore that. When the penis gets hard, all of it gets larger. Even the gland, the tip, gets a little bit larger. So it's like it all looks the ratios are correct as it gets like bigger. Whereas with one of the inflatable implant things that gets the penis hard without blood flow or whatever, it's the implant getting hard. The gland stays the same size from what I've heard. So sometimes they'll look funny a little bit, even more, because they'll grow girthier and longer, and then it'll be like a smaller head on the tip. Eat More's up in here. What's up, Eat More? No, you're at the right show. Eat More. Go look up phalloplasties. This is when the female to male trans people, they get the penis surgery to make a penis. Glands, I don't give a fuck. The head. The little pink helmet. All right, let's pull this back up. You guys start. Dark Match, have you ever... Look, Pat O'Brien, every time I try to move on, you ask me another question that I can't avoid. Have you ever tried S-ing your own D? Bro, there ain't no trying. There ain't no trying. I'll just put it that way. Have I ever unsuccessfully tried? No. Oh yeah, I'm a fucking champ. Whoa. Yeah, I know. Look, that's not something that I like to do. I have back problems and stuff, okay? I'm not I can easily, not that easily, but I can get someone else to do it for me. Super steamy, yes. Glad you like it. All right, guys, let's move on. Stop. Pat O'Brien, no more questions. We're going to watch some docking videos. All right, here they come. We got more CGI. None of these people are even real. This is all computer stuff. Let's go. We got AI. This bitch has a lot of hairspray in. Isn't that what people think? Guys, look at us. We're in a swimming pool. There's bubbles in space.
Onishi, the first Crew 10 astronaut through the hatch, followed by Peskov.
What is this fucking bitch doing? What is that, a toothbrush? Chill out.
Nicole Ayers, the first of the Fly's newest class of astronauts to enter, and last commander of Crew 10, Anne McLean.
Is this real? Guys, do you think this is real? Well, that's gay. That girl does look like a fucking witch. Pointy fucking nose and pointy chin. Tampa Terry on the internet. You just look up, he has an Instagram, right? Tampa Terry on Instagram. I believe so. That's more laundry. Ignore that. Can you guys hear my roommate's buzzer laundry buzzer? All right, let me hide this for a second because I'm gonna
first Crew 10.
Fuck off, Twitter. Sniz, you don't do Instagram? I don't know if Terry's anywhere else. March 15th.
Enter.
Is this a longer video? What is this? Hold on, guys.
And last commander of Crew 10.
Go for Dragon forward hatch and then remain still. Depth
It'd be cool if there was a leak and they all got sucked out into space. That'd be really cool footage right here. Watch their bodies implode.
Good to be back.
That would be cool for science, wouldn't it?
Enter and last commander of Crew 10 and McLean.
Okay, have you guys seen what people are do the reverse Titan sub gimmick? Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. The music makes it real. It's still real to me, damn it. So have you guys seen what the people say is CGI? Have you guys seen this with the ISS CGI stuff? Let me I wasn't actually planning on going into this, but let me see. There's some interesting videos. Okay, well this is not supposed to be CGI, but look at this shit. So this is really interesting. Like the video we just saw 5 minutes ago with the ISS and the SpaceX Dragon coming into contact, there was a lot of clouds and it looked kind of computer-y generated image-ish. But look at this with this going slow. And who's taking this video? How about that? Isn't that a good question? This is supposed to be the ISS with the Earth in the background. Oh yeah. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I gotta hide Twitter when I scroll because someone will put up a porn video and hashtag ISS because the ISS is trending right now. I'm not even kidding. I wish I was kidding.
Productions.
Like here, look, this is supposed to be from the ISS live feed. And this is where the background, the clouds and shit shift.
Hey everybody, it's Sean Hilbert from Hill Productions. I was watching the ISS quote unquote live, and check this out. Pay attention, right in this area. Whoop. I mean,
bro, what the fuck is that? It looks so real, doesn't it, guys? This looks so real. Oh my God. Let's throw $10 million more at them.
for the love of God, if you guys still think this shit's real, just unfollow me.
Well, I'm not following you, sir, so it's a truce.
Hey everybody, it's Sean Hilbert from Hill Productions. I was watching the ISS quote unquote live, and check this out. Pay attention, right in this area. Whoop. I mean, for the love of God, if you guys still think this shit's real.
Guys, if you think space is real, hit the like button. See, there's like weird shit like this. So I'm not 100% sold. There are people that are 100% just like, oh, the ISS is bullshit. Because there's some strange videos here and there, like this one. I'm not sold. I don't know either way. I wouldn't, if I had to bet money on whether the ISS is like real. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen it in the sky cross over. And I would say I would probably bet my money the same way I would with the moon landing stuff. And it's that some footage of stuff that we see is fake just because they want to fucking fake it. They don't have the right videos or something, or maybe it's shitty quality, or maybe they're hiding some aspect of the true missions that they're doing in space. So I think some of the footage of different shit is faked, but I'm pretty sure we went to the moon and the ISS is real. Bro, what is this? What is this? What can you say? Some of it looks fucking fake. What the fuck are we? Tina's up in here. What's up, Tina? Bubba Army Mom. Sorry, if you're going to be filming yourself in 0G out in space, why don't you make sure that you're not wearing anything that could be mistaken as a harness? I feel like that'd be really important. Bro, here's some more of this. Let me pull this up. Have you guys seen all these or no? Am I just am I in a weird algorithm on all my social media?
Many more exciting experiments on the orbit. Thanks a lot. Many more exciting experiments on the orbit. Thanks a lot. Many more exciting.
Well, looks like everything's on the up and up. Let's send 10 million more dollars.
Exciting experiments on the orbit. Thanks a lot.
It's weird how they make this effect, because I have actually seen this on acid before. And here somebody went through the time of editing this to make a cool, trippy effect. Wow, look at that. Cool, huh? Is that worth $50 million? Yes. Yes, it is. That was a rhetorical question.
So much better of an.
Now, is this supposed to actually be NASA footage? What the fuck? Look at this one. I've seen this one before. How easy it is to fool those who desperately want to believe.
That's so cool. You are so much better of an astronaut, Paige, than those other fakes.
Thank you. And
Yeah, so these are some fucking tinfoil hat people at home recreating shit with green screen.
if you're hungry in space, gonna have your floating Fritos to munch on. So I don't want to give GMOs any publicity, but it's all we had hanging around.
Okay, but why isn't your hair floating, lady? Get somebody to pull on your hair.
Yum. It's amazing, the zero gravity. Just everything just floats around. Except my hair, because I got a ponytail. And Toots brought some coral up from Vieques, from Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah, let me see you push it up and down and around. Pull it back toward it. Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Wow.
Push it that way. Unbelievable.
Not bad, huh?
Where'd you get the 60 million a day to pull that off?
Cryptocurrency, I've been saving.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Oh, here's the guy. Oh,
back.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Not bad, huh?
That reminds me of the brushing your teeth one where everything goes in slow-mo except for the environment.
Exactly. Yes, I did. That was so awesome.
That's hilarious.
That was hilarious. What another complete bonehead mistake. Again.
All right, let's see. There's another one where they're pulling on the guy's harness, supposedly. And I'm not... Space Lemon? Hold on. Oh, I see what they're saying. I see what they're saying. I don't know that this proves it's CGI, but I see what they're saying. The lemon, when she goes to grab it, or whoever, the lemon sort of shows up above, like between the camera and the fingers. And then once the hand is kind of around it, the lemon is behind the hand instead of in between the hand and the camera, you know? Is that what we're looking at? Yeah, that looks a little weird. Holyoke Joe, yeah, if you were in space, you'd be eating bananas in space, wouldn't you? Oh, thank you, Joe. What should I do to improve my stream? Should I lay in bed? Okay, yeah, that I haven't seen that one. So there's the one video where they're wheeling the guy in through, what is it? They're wheeling the guy in through the Houston base or whatever the fuck. And you can see them doing a blue screen video behind this. There's a guy in a wheelchair. Damn, I'm right now I'm live on stream convincing myself that this is all fake.
¡Tú! ¡Hágase una lavadita con triple paella!
Bruh. What the?
There's camera 1.
What the fuck? Hold on, guys. Is space fake? Am I actually finding this out right now? Oh, fuck. I wasn't ready. Space is fake!
There's camera 1.
Yeah, okay.
And of course, she goes out of the camera. Now, there's camera 1 and 2. See what they're doing? They're rotoscoping her from camera 2 into that same image. And then watch what happens when the rotoscope goes over. And then watch what happens when they color correct it all. Seamless.
Yeah.
There's camera 1.
Yeah. Okay.
And of course, she goes out of the camera. Now, there's camera 1 and 2. See what they're doing? They're rotoscoping her from camera 2 into that same image. And then watch what happens when the rotoscope goes over. And then watch what happens when they color correct it all.
So I clicked the link going to this YouTube channel. Let me see. Where's this video that they're showing? Looking for an ISS video. Outgassing Van Allen belts. Here, let me bring you guys over here just so you're not looking at something I'm not looking at. Where's the ISS video? See, the Bart Sibbel guy, or Bart Sibbel, I'm not sold on that guy. He's like the main moon missions are faked guy. Bart Sibbel.
How was the interview? Good? I haven't had a chance to see it yet.
Bart really had Joe thinking seriously again. Because what Joe did was he pulled up the Apollo flag and they were saying, well, everybody says it's waving. And then Bart says, oh, wait a minute. Let's pull up the Apollo 15 flag because the astronauts walking by it and the flag's waving and nobody touched it. All he did was walk by it. And a lot of people were always harping on the astronauts, but they still had their hand on the pole. And Mythbust just pulled the same thing. But this is the first time that Bart showed Joe that Apollo 15 footage. And what he did was Bart put together a little package that all they had to do was the producer just had to roll it.
Guys, the shadow thing is, dude, I have seen so many moon landing debates. Okay? The shadow thing is just so unconvincing. It's all about perspective, guys. Saying that the shadows can't look like they intersect from the same light source. Dude, there are plenty of pictures of things on Earth that show similar phenomena with the shadows happening on the moon. It's all about perspective. If you're looking at shadows from a different location than the sun and you're looking at the right angle, shadows can look like they intersect and stuff. It happens all the time. I mean, that's just facts. The shadow shit is just like such a bad argument.
And stop it at certain points. And he also showed in the window how the astronauts had the
Generic Eric. Bart Simpson could probably argue better moon hoax arguments than fucking Bart Sybil. What is it? Seibel? Bart Seibel.
camera 10 feet back on that craft. And you could see them actually putting something up on that window. And it kind of goes like this and it rotates, then it comes back. And then all of a sudden, you could see the work light above. And then all of a sudden, it opens up and there's the Earth, big, huge blue. And there's nothing there except all this blue. Yeah. So then Joe was saying, well, I don't know about that. You know, it could be that they put the camera in the back because of the lighting, and the Earth would have been huge halfway to the moon because it's 3/4 the size if you knock a quarter off, you know, of the moon, but 4 moons will fit into the Earth. So what he was saying was that if they're halfway to the moon, like Armstrong said, that Earth would be massive in the window. So the best thing to do the trick shot to make it look like it was in space was to put the camera at the back. Now, Joe agreed with him on that and many other points. But Joe wouldn't actually answer Bart's question. Do you believe those moon landings were fake? Well, I'll tell you, Bart, I'll tell you near the end of the interview whether I think so or not. Yeah, it was really something to watch, but he did a really good job on that.
But what's interesting, though, with Joe Rogan is that I remember watching him 10 years ago, and he was openly questioning the Apollo moon missions. And he had on a scientist at that time. He was debating a scientist. They're going back and forth. And it was good because it wasn't so much that Joe Rogan was technical in his response to this scientist. And I wish I could remember his name. But what was very interesting about the debate is that the scientist was giving all these explanations as to why NASA didn't do this and how they lost the telemetry tapes and so on and so on. And Rogan's response back was perfect. He says, we're talking about NASA, high IQ. How can they lose 14,000 telemetry tapes? We're talking about NASA. And the scientist was just completely stunned. Like he didn't know how to respond. It was very, very revealing. But then after that, Joe Rogan went dark. He refused to talk about the Apollo missions. I remember there was one radio show he was doing after that. And his co-host actually kind of said to him right on the air, he said, well, you're no longer talking about it anymore. What's going on here? And he just went quiet for years on it. And you have to wonder if he got his marching orders.
Well, you know what happened at the end of the show? Joe said that he was kind of treading on thin water there because what had happened was he says, oh boy, when this show goes out, people are going to be calling in and they're going to be mad. They're going to really, really be giving me a bad time. So I was wondering if you would mind coming back on the show again, and if I could bring on someone who wants to debate you on the show live, then that way it will even things out and stop the bad publicity that I know I'm going to be receiving. So Bart, of course, he says, yep. He says, yeah. He says, I don't have a problem with that at all.
Tell me, Robert, did Joe Rogan explain why he invited Bart on?
No.
He's backed off the whole Apollo thing over the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah. And I suspect he was got at by probably Penn Jillette, you know, Penn and Teller. It could be because he's been on the show, and it may be that he had a go at Joe Rogan for it. And then Joe's probably seen what happened to that American football player, Stephen Curran, I think he was.
Oh, yeah, that's right, too. Yeah, they had a really nasty go at him, too, after that.
Yeah, they did. It could be that Joe backed off on the whole Apollo thing.
But he was agreeing with a lot of what Bart was saying, especially with Randy. We were talking about the footage missing, all those tapes missing. And Bart says, yes. He says, but the difference.
Let me see if this video explains it. How tall is Joe Rogan? Really? I don't know. I think he's like 5'6" or 5'7". He's like around my height. I'm a short king. Short twink. Sorry. I wanted to. Why can't I? I've seen these in debates. Why are these pictures not popping up?
Be the sun that's moving. It's us. Sunlight reaches the ground, bounces off the trees, buildings, cars, animals, and people, allowing us to see everything. However, on a sunny day, you may have noticed you have a dark outline right behind you. Sunlight can't get through you, so you produce an opaque shadow behind you where light just can't reach. As the sun moves across the sky, shadows also move.
This isn't going to explain it. I can already feel it.
But in the opposite direction. The tree's shadow can help us tell the time without a watch. But what about if we go to Venus? Well, on Venus, we would see the sun rising in the west and setting in the east, the opposite of what we see on Earth. Our shadows would move from east to west. This is because Venus spins in the opposite direction to Earth. We would also see that our shadows move much more slowly compared to on Earth. The sun moves much more slowly in the Venusian sky. This is because Venus doesn't spin as fast as the Earth. A day on the Earth is 24 hours long. A day on Venus is 5,832 hours long. That's a long time to wait while your shadow moves. Shall we leave our solar system for a minute and explore further? Let's land on a faraway world around a red star called Gliese 581. This world is thought to be rocky like the Earth, and it may have the right temperature for liquid water. If there is water, there might be life. If there is intelligent life, they will also be watching their shadows move during their alien day, however long it is, just like we do.
Wow, what a useless fucking video! Rogan is 5'8". I'm calling bullshit, Holyoke Joe. That's like what they do with wrestlers. He's billed at 5'8". You know, like they always exaggerate. Not that 5'7" is respectable. 5'2" is also respectable if you can choke somebody out like Joe Rogan. You show respect out of fear, right? All right, I'm dropping this. Where's that fucking moon landing debate? The fuck is that? Oh, sorry. My God. Where's the other one? Oh my God, we have to watch this, guys. Hold on. The nuclear rays between here and the moon is the biggest argument. Radiation, not nuclear. What are you saying? People couldn't survive the radiation? I feel like I've heard in debates that they explain the radiation belt, that they supposedly go through the weaker parts of the radiation belt. So it's not, the radiation belt isn't like a complete. Oh, well, you're saying the Van Allen. Okay, yeah, someone else saying the Van Allen radiation belt, but I think are you speaking about radiation just from being in space? Because I know that that's like supposed to be an issue too. I don't know. So, guys, one thing I will say, and this is like I've told you guys before, there's various conspiracies and stuff that I've been exposed to an interesting perspective on because I worked at this one shop. I worked at a flower shop in Tampa. I'm telling you, this place was like cursed. There's fucking weird vibes from this flower shop that I worked at. And they always had some connection to some weird shit going on. I'm telling you guys, it was weird working there. A few of the, I don't want to give it all away now because I want to do a whole stream explaining some of the conspiracy stuff related to this shop. But let me say one thing I learned from working at that shop and being exposed to some facts that other people aren't aware of and stuff. It made me realize that when the majority of people are getting facts, okay, a generic Eric. So you're Bubba Army? I wasn't exactly sure. No, I never worked at Tiger Lily. No, but I worked at like 4 or 5 other shops around town. I don't even know where Tiger Lily is. Well, I just answered that question. I've worked at like 4 or 5. There's a couple I worked at for years and years, though. So anyway, what I learned from working at this flower shop, among other things, there were just certain conspiracies and shit that I was exposed to. One thing that I learned is that we are all getting our information through some kind of media, okay? And unless you're observing the incident with your own eyes, you're getting all of your information through some form of fucking, mostly mainstream media, okay? And they want clicks and views and all of the rest of it, like everybody else fucking does. So, whether or not a story is true, it does not depend on what you see. That's just facts. That's just how it is. I wish I could go deeper into some of the shit that I'm specifically referring to in my head. But I'm telling you guys, you see stuff on the news and see whatever, and you'll be like, oh, I just saw this. Like, even if we're looking at some of the ISS footage and you're like, oh, fuck, that looks like CGI right there. Well, guys, it's just, if it's a video that you're watching on the news or the fucking internet or some website posted it somewhere, whatever the fuck, it's like, it can be representative of a real event and be a fake ass video. And that happens a lot, guys. A lot. I'm telling you. I'll explain all this someday. I promise. Please, keep checking back in here. Stay tuned to the stream because one day I'll break all this stuff down and it might actually open people's eyes a little bit. Some of this ties back to the Orlando shooting. Let me just say, the Orlando shooting, the Westboro Baptist Church, the shooting in Seminole Heights, the 4 people that got killed. There's all of these, the Vizaxizines. There's all these different facts about these like conspiracy related shit that I was able to kind of see firsthand. That wasn't something you're seeing through media, And it's crazy. It's crazy how just some things are, and the media wants their clicks, so they might even if it's a real event or whatever, they'll fake a little video just to get some clicks out of it. We remember watching this during the Kizovid Nizine Tizine Vizirizis. Okay, when everybody got sick in 2020. And there are all these different videos from hospitals and stuff that did not add up. Some of their fucking videos that people are holding up a body bag with their thumb and index finger. 2 people carrying a body in a body bag with just their fingertips on the bag. And people go, oh, there's no one dead. It's just a faked picture. They use footage. They, in America, show footage of hospitals overrun on TV, and it turns out that's Italy. Does it mean there's nothing happening in the United States? No one dying from what? No. So there's like, I'm telling you guys, this happens with every event, every fucking like mainstream, crazy, possible psyop, whatever kind of bullshit you see on TV. There's the truth, and then there's the way the media wants to represent it so that they can get enough clicks and views out of it. Those are 2 completely different worlds of like fact and fiction that you have to like tussle with. You get bullshit from the media because they want that's clickbait bullshit. But then you have to go through and sort through the facts yourself, because it's the same thing as when you would get like you remember being in school and you'd be in geometry and they'll show you a trapezoid or a fucking triangle or something and ask you what the lengths of certain sides or the angles or whatever. And if you were like me when I was in school and I'd want to like do the cheapy trick ways of finding the answer or something that you thought would work, is like you look at the length of one side of the triangle and the other, and then and they give you the numbers for that, and then you go, oh, so this if you look at it like that, when really the diagram is not actually truthfully representative of the lengths of the sides of whatever structure thing you're looking at, whatever shape. It's like the same fucking thing. Everything the media gives you is like a representation of the truth. Even if it looks like it's a video of the truth, it's just a representation. Why'd I go down here? Oh, let's bring this up. This is Stein in a debate. There's our boy Stein.
Puts Roku's reach within your reach. Sign up at ads.roku.com.
Welcome, everyone, to Modern Day Debate.
Now, this is one thing I'll say. Modern Day Debate, they have this one moderator. This moderator down here in the bottom left corner. This person has a phalloplasty procedure done. No, I'm kidding. I think it's a M to F, male to female, which is really cool. I like that. And this person is just a lot of fun to watch moderate, and they totally don't pick sides when people are debating and this person moderates. They totally don't pick sides, guys. They're very fair.
We are a neutral platform welcoming everybody from all walks of life. If you're looking for more fantastic debates.
I feel like this person, whenever they are preparing to moderate a debate, really all they do is like put on makeup and keep looking in the camera and go, wow, I look really feminine right now. And that's all that they do.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, including tonight's debate on was the moon landing faked? With both of our interlocutors, Alex
Was your pussy faked?
Stein and MC Toon, here to help us find some answers. And if you enjoy what either of them have to say tonight, both of our guest links are in the description below. With that, I'm going to hand
Look at our
it
boy Stein. How old is this? 3 years ago. Holy shit. I thought this was more recent.
over to Alex Stein for their up to 12-minute opening statement.
Amy, that was the best introduction I've
Alex
ever heard. Better than the first introduction you gave me. That second one, I swear, the first introduction you gave was the best I've ever heard. Like literally the best introduction. And then I get 2. So that's when you know tonight is my night. I'm already getting 2 of the best introductions I've ever gotten. So, you know, I'm feeling hot, 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 as they say. But let's get back to the lecture at hand. Yes, guys, it's me. I'm back. Primetime 99 Alex Town. I know some of y'all in the chat are trolling or, you know, trying to troll me. They're getting triggered. I get it. I'm the king of all trolls. So you guys can bring it on. But let me just say, just because I'm the king of all conspiracies and I'm the conspiracy pimp myself, doesn't mean that I don't want to plant some seeds in your head, especially expose the lies about the 1969 through 1972 Apollo moon missions that are provably false on technology that is absolutely garbage. So let me start with my first point. I have to rehash it because I already did a couple of minutes, but I want to talk about, and I'm going to show an example of, even today, according to NASA today, we do not have the technology to send a manned space flight through what is called low Earth orbit. That is less than 1,000 miles away from the surface of the Earth, as they say. And we cannot send somebody through that today. Obama says that, Don Pettit, everybody at NASA says that. Yet we're supposed to believe in 1969 through 1972 in technology that is so outdated that they can't even recreate. They were able to go there 6 times, there and back, through the Van Allen radiation belts that we can't go through today with technology. Like I said, we can't recreate, and they destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back up again. Don Pettit's words himself. We're supposed to believe that the only technology in the world, the finest technological spacecraft that has ever been created,
Guys, I'm looking for another video while we watch this. So bear with me here.
Nicest and most smartest machine. I'm just a boy from Texas. I don't know all the smart terminology, but I'm talking about this is way better than some jumbo jet. This is the lunar lander, man. And not only were they able to get this piece of crap 1969 technology on the moon there and back 6 times with no problem, not landing on a pothole, landing perfectly without getting hit by a micrometeorite, even though the space Nazi that got in there, Werner von Braun, that's right, the guy that got them to space, guys, is a guy by the name of Werner von Braun. Werner von Braun was a rocket scientist for the German Nazis. And what happened was Operation Paperclip is declassified. The United States military got all of the top military brass from the Nazis and used them to develop our space program. And that's right. You're like, oh, is that a joke? No, look up Werner von Braun. This is true. He became good friends with Walt Disney.
My mother and my grandmother and my great-grandmother, my aunts as far back as I can remember, have always been nurses. Something very meaningful about being there for people in their time of need. The nursing shortage, which was expected to not hit its peak until 2020.
Fuck off.
And even Werner von Braun said that if you were to land on the moon, that you would have to go to a cave because the chance of getting hit by a micrometeorite would be, you know, something like 3 out of 4 chances. You'd be nearly like 70% to get hit by a micrometeorite. So not only did he say it was impossible, that you would need buildings, rockets the size of the Empire State Building, 3 of them to get there, but he realized, hey guys, I'm a Nazi. What we did in my country is we just lied to the people. And guess what happened? That's when the OSS, the OSS, our CIA, everything, a lot of our alphabet agencies came out of Operation Paperclip, which were actual Nazis that we brought over. And there's actually a Netflix documentary about that, which I sent a picture of here. Let me, can I do it? Can I get the screen share, Amy? Because I want to play this video because I want to talk about the low Earth orbit. Okay, let me do the screen share. I hope that doesn't mess it up. Share sound. Okay. And let me see. Okay. Let's see. And can you see the screen? I don't know if you can see it. Let me go to. Can you see it, Amy? But okay, well, I want to show you guys. Okay, I don't know if McToon can see it. I just want to show you their official story. Oh shoot, because I'm not watching the live stream. So I don't know. Can you see that? Can you see it, McToon? Can the audience see it? They were able to, because you got to go to a different scene to be able to share it to the audience.
You just have to make sure that you are sharing your audio.
I am. Can they see me?
We can see it, just can't hear anything.
Okay. So this is official story of NASA about where we can go in space.
This next generation spacecraft will enable America to explore beyond low Earth orbit.
We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
Right now,
We only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go.
The kinds of technologies that we're testing out on space station are definitely helping us with our goals of going beyond low Earth orbit.
Early in the next decade, a set of crewed flights will test and prove the systems required for exploration beyond low Earth orbit.
Isn't this?
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
And this is what they can't rebuild. This is absolutely laughable. This is supposedly the greatest technological wonder ever created in mankind. And not only did they destroy it, but they destroyed the technology to actually be able to do that. So that in itself is absolutely false and laughable. And not only did they destroy the plans on how to make that, they destroyed the telemetry data. So if you look at that, this is an actual picture of the lunar lander. Not only did it looked like this, it was able to eject a Jeep, and they were able to go and drive around on the surface of the moon. Here, that's all the sharing I need to do. Even though I have a lot of other stuff to show, I'll show it throughout the debate. What I'm saying, it's absolutely laughable, guys. They admit that they would destroy this technology. That's all you have to know. First of all, I can tell you that the spacesuits on Earth's atmosphere, it is 200 degrees in the sun and negative 200 degrees roughly in the shade. It has an instant transition of 400 degrees if you were to step in and out of the sunlight on the moon. And we were able in 1969 to create spacesuits that were able to go to the moon and instantly, without the technology, we cannot do it today with these battery packs, somehow instantly be able to keep an astronaut cool and hot with a 400-degree difference. But on Apollo 17, Eugene Cernan and Harrison Smith, you can look this up, had hand injuries from their suits after when they had a ceremony. And speaking of ceremonies, the press conference after the Apollo missions, absolutely laughable. They look like their dog just died, but we can go into that. But I want to talk about this. These spacesuits were so incredible. They could do technology that, like I said, we cannot recreate even these suits, much less the Apollo rockets, much less the lunar lander, much less the technology to even get through the Van Allen radiation belts that you just saw NASA admit that we can't go through. But on this incredible spacesuit, the hand mechanism didn't work. So if you're that dull and you think they can figure out all this stuff, but in the spacesuit, they can't get the thumb part to work, you are mental. The reason why they lied, everyone wants to know why. There's a million different reasons. You can say all the funding that goes to NASA. You can say the control mechanism, the idea that they went to space, they could show us what the Earth really looks like. There's a lot of different stuff. We can put on my tinfoil hat. I'm the king of all conspiracy. I get it. I got a tinfoil crown. I know what I'm talking about. But sadly, if you have to actually think that they would destroy this technology, yet we don't destroy, we still got the same Lincoln blueprints to make a Lincoln and Lincoln Continental from 1969. We don't destroy that technology. But what you're suffering from is called cognitive dissonance, where you want to believe that the official story is the correct story. But what you don't realize is in the government, they have levels of confidentiality. There's things called top secret information. There's things that are classified. So just knowing that, if you're based in reality, you realize that the government does not have to tell you the truth. They're not obligated to tell you the truth in anything. There is no law that says, oh, we have to tell the citizens everything. No, as a matter of fact, they have a whole system of confidentiality that protects them from letting the public know these things. And that's why we have to get these things declassified. So we know that the government is hiding secrets. Why? That's not my problem. It's about what they did is absolutely laughable when you go back and you look and you realize that the entire space mission was started by actual Nazis like Wernher von Braun. And then when they came back from the moon, they brought a space rock. And in the Netherlands, they gave the space rock to a museum and they said that it was petrified wood. So they even got caught with fake space rocks. As a matter of fact, as well, there was also...
So I heard the space rock thing isn't even real. The space rock, I thought the most recent debate I saw on this, that somebody was explaining the space rock thing didn't actually come from didn't actually come from the moon, or like the sample that people are claiming is a moon sample, moon rock, isn't actually claimed by NASA to be a sample of the moon rock. That's like it's a faked piece being passed around.
also footage of Michael Collins that they admitted was training pictures. They admitted were training pictures. They got caught using fake pictures, and they said it was part of the Apollo mission when it was really from a training exercise. And then, like I said before, the telemetry data is absolutely laughable. Why would they destroy that? They said that they had to record over it. That's, provably false. But let's even go to the official story that they were able to get through what is called the Van Allen radiation belt. When they went to the moon, they used these Hasselblad cameras that used actual film. Listen, I've never used a lot of film in my life. I've used a little bit playing around, but film is highly sensitive. So if you actually are dull enough in your head, they were able to take this film, go through the thickest form of deadly radiation, and they're able to take these cameras full of film and go deadly radiation. They said deadly radiation. You can laugh at me too, but it said deadly radiation in the NASA video. Regardless, that's what I'll keep going. But she said deadly radiation. I'm just repeating hers. They were able to take this film that was highly sensitive that you couldn't take through an X-ray machine. If you took film from 1969 and you took it through an X-ray machine, it would ruin the film. Yet they were able to take this film to space and back. Is absolutely laughable. But on top of that, they actually destroyed all the technology, and it's a painful process to bring it back again. So once you realize that it's a system made by actual space Nazis, people that literally want to put us in camps and throw away the key. These are the same people. Wernher von Braun, he created rockets that decimated Poland. He killed innocent Polish babies and children with the rockets that he designed, that he shot up in the air. Killed families, killed mothers with these rockets. And then what did America decide to do with Wernher von Braun? Instead of punishing him for all the Polish people he murdered with his rockets, we gave him a job as the head of our space program. And let me go to the last guy, a guy named Gus Grissom. Gus Grissom is the guy that exposed the Apollo missions. He hung a limit on it. He was the guy that was supposed to be the first person that went into space. And what happened was on a launch drill, they put a bunch of oxygen in, and his last words to say, how are we supposed to go to space if we can't talk between two buildings? And they barbecued him, and his own family said that they killed him on purpose, because right before he did that, he hung a lemon. So McToon's going to say that he knows more about the space program. He does not know more than Gus Grissom. I don't know more than Gus Grissom. So all I have to do is take Gus Grissom's word for it, that the Apollo missions were a lemon, and that's why they killed him. So all you need to do, RIP Gus Grissom, look into the memory and murder of Gus Grissom. He was the guy that was going to expose it all. And then you went and put Buzz, Michael.
The Gus Grissom thing is a little bit sketchy. I haven't really looked into it myself, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and that is a thing that sort of gets my attention.
Neil of course, Michael didn't go on the moon. He stayed in the spacecraft and supposedly orbited the moon. And this same technology, it supposedly took the same energy that it took us to get to the moon. They say it took 1/6 energy to get back, which is false. You can't even use thrust in a freaking vacuum. So I'm just telling you, they don't have the ability to recreate this technology today, and that's laughable, because my cell phone doesn't get worse, guys. Technology gets better. Use your brain.
So I found this other debate. I was working here and listened to Stein in 1.25x speed. And I found the thing about the shadows. So yeah, look at we'll just switch over. We'll come back to Stein and see what this MC Toon guy, the guy that Alex is debating in that video I just had up, that is a good debater, and he's a smart guy. So Alex has his work cut out for him in that video. But here we go, guys. Here are intersecting shadows on Earth, okay? This is why the shadow thing is not a great argument to me. I'm telling you, I've watched a lot of these fucking debates. Not that I really care that much if the moon landing was faked, but I care enough that I'm interested to see what other people's arguments are. It's not something I'm sold either way on. Like I said, guys, this got I'm telling you, working at that flower shop and being exposed to what I was exposed to, behind the scenes sort of stuff relating to different things, it just made me realize, like, you can't, to get at the truth, you have to go beyond what any form of media is sort of feeding you. And even then, the truth is very shaky. So let's play this just for a minute. Let's back it up where they bring up. Okay.
So I'm not opposed
What did
to.
you, wait a second. Angel, did you just call me a name?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Was that appropriate in a debate?
Are you a crybaby now? Or
What did you call me, Angel? Was that an appropriate thing?
I called you.
Was that appropriate? Was that appropriate during a debate?
So
Wait,
on screen.
no, I'm not going to call you
All right,
names
let's-
because that is.
All right. We'll do the meta debate in our own space.
Both of you are being fuck boys. Let's go.
Let's
Right,
just
baby.
carry on.
Okay, so when you have lights, right?
Oh my gosh, flurf triggered.
Just let's let Angel do his thing. But
Sorry, sorry. If he's gonna assault me, I'm gonna laugh at him.
So when the light is further away, the rays become parallel. I can understand this. When you move it closer, they splay out, just like we saw in my crepuscular rays example. According to Eratosthenes, this is what the rays should look like. This is what we observe in reality. So
can I share my screen?
Yeah, I guess it would be your first time, so that is more than fair. I think if you want to pop something on screen, I think it's your first time since we got in the open discussion. So, sure.
All right, can you see my screen?
We sure can.
Great. We can move on to the next point now.
yeah, great. That was your point. So I'm just going to show my evidence now.
All right, let's just keep rolling there, guys.
Right, I'm going to share my screen. Thanks.
Like a train, just gonna keep. Is more than fair, I think. If you want to pop something on screen.
Yeah, see, look, we even have this same example with railroad tracks. I mean, I should have just thought of this off the top of my head, but railroad tracks look like they intersect, but they don't. Or else a train couldn't fucking roll on it.
Got in the open discussion, so sure.
All right, can you see my screen?
We sure can.
Great. We can move on to the next point now.
Yeah, great. That was your point. So I'm going to show my evidence now.
All right, let's just keep rolling there, guys.
Right, I'm going to share my screen. Thanks.
Like a train, just gonna keep rolling. You got that image.
Train like the train tracks.
Yeah, that's just you got the imagery in my head now, right? So we'll let Angel pop that up. But once again, we are going to take super chats at the end of the discussion. I still got about 25 minutes on the timer there for our open discussion. We are going to try to shift into some flat versus globe discussion, since I do think that the majority of the shadow discussion has been hammered out. We know where you disagree. So look at that. All right, thank you, Angel. Let's go into some new territory.
So this is the Chicago skyline across Lake Michigan, 57 miles. It was taken from Grandmere Park, which is 600 feet above sea level. The Chicago skyline is 577 feet above sea level. When you take into account the camera height above.
Going right off.
Okay,
My name is Cecilia.
This is the right part. I found it where they lay this out. The issue with the shadows. Here we go.
I'm a mom of 2 girls, a psychologist.
Even though I just showed you, there are parallel lines on Earth that appear to intersect. This is just perspective.
And I choose to transform my PVC treatment
To the left, like you said, is not possible or only possible on a flat Earth. And then when you look at them, they're actually pretty parallel. We don't actually know how plumb those were. So did you verify that every single one of those
No,
were
that's your photo that you said was parallel, and I'm replying to you showing they're not parallel. So I'm going to share my screen, please.
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
What's it? Sorry.
There we go. Gives everybody a chance to hit the like button. It's very hard to do when there's all this
It's my
action.
screen?
All right, you're up and running.
Okay, see where my mouse is? That's parallel, right? So are these ones parallel to the grid?
They are not. No. But
Okay.
do you,
so
do
you
you
said,
remember
hang
the
on,
premise?
hang on. You said that you replied laughing at me that
Yes, I
this
did. I did
proves
laugh.
that the shadows are parallel. So they're not parallel. So you didn't do the test properly. You should have measured it. Also, do we have a drone footage from the final experiment going all the way up like this to verify if those ones are actually parallel or not? Do we have that?
Can I ask you?
No, wait. Do we have drone footage from the final experiment to show
Yes.
that they're actually not parallel?
I don't know if it's showing the
That
shadows,
photo.
but we do have drone footage, but not of the shadows. I don't think.
Okay, well then this is a mute point then. You're showing evidence.
Run,
that's
Flat Earther,
parallel.
run!
I'm not.
Okay.
You're running.
You are running.
Well, hang on a minute.
You said it was a mute point. That was
you
the
said,
whole
yeah.
reason you wanted to debate.
Hello.
Was that thing?
Hello.
My name is Cecilia.
Jesus Christ, fuck you, bitch. Fuck off. I don't give a fuck.
I'm a mom of 2 girls.
A Cuervo? Whatever medication that is, it's going to kill you, lady. Stop taking it. Stop doing ads for it.
Psychologist, and I choose to transform my PVC treatment journey.
Fucking idiot. 80 milligram tablets. I hope you OD.
Act as a lens to block the bottoms of objects, as demonstrated. Looking perpendicular at the sun's rays or shadows removes perspective as the cause of convergence. When observing the crepuscular rays perpendicularly, they still converge, demonstrating that perspective is not the cause for the convergence. Therefore, the sun cannot be 93 million miles away, as its rays appear crepuscular and not parallel and much more localized. Now, I also have done time lapses of the sun.
Okay, so these guys are arguing over flat Earth, which is funny because, regardless, this shows evidence of intersecting lines from one light source. but it proves my point, but it just brings up more debate for a different, more points to debate for a different debate.
With the solar filter and gotten a change in size upwards of 23%. We have also got upwards of 40% with solar filters, which is impossible on a globe because you are not getting 40% further away from the sun when it sets on a globe. The sun and the lemur also changes its course. It gets smaller in the north and wider in the south, speeds up in the south and slows down in the north, proving it's moving between the tropics on a flat Earth and increasing speed and decreasing speed to keep up with its smaller and wider circuits. The UV index of the sun is also concentrated between the tropics, which is exactly how the sun moves across the flat Earth. If the sun's rays were coming in parallel to the Earth, there is no way there would be a concentrated beam of light hitting the equator. There is also time lapses of the sun shrinking into a dot and disappearing above the horizon. Now, I expect my opponent to have demonstrable, repeatable proof of curvature, gas pressure coexisting next to a vacuum without a container, Earth's alleged 1,037-mile-an-hour spin at the equator, or proof that it orbits the sun. So my opponent tried to prove by moving perpendicular to the shadow's direction to see if they were still parallel or not, and I guess he should have measured it because they are still converging, proving my point. As you can see, these lines are parallel, and these ones are not. And as we panic...
So they're arguing about something completely different, but this proves the point of the shadows on the moon just being pretty much a useless argument.
Across to the left, you can see these lines are parallel and these are not. So
this is a real picture on planet Earth showing that the lines are not parallel from a single light source. So anyway, let's go back to Alex's debate.
You can see my opponent remove.
Oh, that's the wrong, sorry. Okay.
You got to stop suffering from cognitive dissonance and wake up. And please look into the death and murder of Gus Grissom and his family, saying how they killed Gus Grissom. And with that, the moon landings are provably false. We have a lot more to get into, but thank you very much for that.
Thank you so very much, Alex, for your opening statement. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to you, MC Toon, for your opening statement.
Wow. Well, thank you very much, Amy. If you don't know me, I'm MC Toon, not Mick Toon, but people who disrespect me call me Mick Toon. It's all right.
Sorry. You're MC like a rapper. Oh, yeah, it's your opening. Sorry.
Yeah, like MC Hammer.
Okay.
I do debates every Tuesday, typically with flat earthers on my channel. So if you're interested in that, popping over to my channel. So I guess we'll get into responding to those things later. But first, I will start with my presentation. I'm going to share my screen here. So let me give it a second here. All right.
Yeah, so Sniz, I'm just seeing this. Sorry, I was scrolling back up in the chat. You can't use thrust in a vacuum. So this is another thing that used to have me completely fucking stuck too, dude. And that is a valid criticism if you're like, just if you're open-minded and just going, okay, is this possible? Well, how do you do a thrust in space? So the only thing that made me think about this properly is, so I've watched a bunch of debates on this. Obviously, I've said that fucking 50 times now. But when I've heard people argue this, the best visualization that I've come up with as an example of something that you could test is if you had a pistol that is in zero gravity, or if you just had a pistol that was out in space, and you shot the pistol, the bullet and the gun will both move. If there's no gravity, you're out in fucking space and you're in a vacuum. If you have thrust in one direction, you have something pushing, both the things are going to move. I don't know exactly. I feel like I've heard Neil deGrasse Tyson explain that they let out some gas pressure or something. However they do the thruster, of course there's no, when you think about thrust from a plane or a rocket that's on the earth, okay, the thrust when the rocket takes off, the thrust is hitting against the earth, and when it gets off the ground, it's hitting the rest of the gases in the atmosphere, which gets it at a fast pace going up out of the atmosphere, supposedly into space. Now, of course, when it comes to you know, flying a rocket through space, a lot of the direction and thrust and momentum they get is supposedly while they're still within the atmosphere, so that when they're out in space, they've got very little correction to do relative to the amount of thrust it takes to actually get off of the planet. So, but when they're out in space, if you think about it, about having a gun, of course, I don't know even if if firing a gun in a vacuum, how that actually works, if it has any effect on, the combustion of the explosion of the gunpowder, which it may. But if you could fire a pistol in zero gravity in a vacuum, you would find, and if no one was holding the pistol, of course. So if you had something, a fucking robotic, whatever, little hand attached to the gun, that all you have to do is press a button and it would make the robotic hand press the trigger, you would find that just like on Earth, when you fire a gun, there's recoil. So the bullet goes that way, but the gun goes back this way. Well, the same thing applies even if you're out in fucking space in a vacuum. If you push thrust in one direction, even if there's nothing that's on nothing in the direction of where the thrust is going, you would still have movement in both directions, the thrust going away and the thing going that way, because there's like a sort of center area in space where the thrust is generated. So everything sort of moves away from that, if I understand it correctly. I could be wrong because I'm a fucking idiot.
There are in the vicinity of 15,000 photographs across the Apollo missions. So are you sharing? You got my screen there? All right. So this is one of the 15,000. There's a very nice archive of scans of the original photographs on Flickr. There's another set of scans from Arizona State University. There's a couple more. I can give references, anybody who's interested in them. I will give on my website, mctoon.net/moon, all of.
No, that's a fair point, Thuggish. I don't know. Yeah, we're 250,000 miles from the moon. How much compressed gas would you need to carry for a round trip? I don't know, man. Dude, like the oxygen tanks. I mean, it's kind of impressive how much oxygen you get in an oxygen tank. Isn't it something like 2,000 liters or something? Isn't that how I forget. My mom uses oxygen tanks. And you can, I don't know how many tanks per day, if you had to just breathe off of an oxygen tank, how long it would last. Are you not talking about breathing? You're talking about compressed gas would you need for a round trip in terms of the thrust? Is that what you're referring to? Because, yeah, I mean, if you'd go to the moon and you land on the moon and then you have to fly back from the moon to Earth, you have the moon to thrust off of to get most of your momentum. And then once you're in space, you don't need much compressed anything for thrust. Once you got the momentum, you just need a little bit of error correction.
The evidence that I have is right on there, mctoon.net/moon. This particular image I like a lot because you can see the reflection of the photographer there in the visor. And you can get the super high res multi-megabyte version of it and zoom in all you want and have a good look at that. There is no fourth wall. It is a all the way around 360 degrees of moon right there. There's quite a few actual photographs that include the visor, so look at those. It's pretty nice. Another thing that
guys, really the most interesting shit when it comes to the most interesting shit when it comes to proving the validity of the moon landing. One thing I just had, so a lot of the stuff we've talked about so far when it comes to the shadows and whatever the fuck, there's like, there's so many different things, so many aspects and details of the moon landing stuff where you can go, okay, I don't know. It seems like it's possible either way. Maybe even if the fucking shadows are acting a little bit funny, there's always sort of plausible deniability for both sides where you go, okay, we have examples of intersecting shadows on Earth from one light source and stuff. It's all about perspective and stuff like that. Parallel lines often seem to intersect and stuff at a distance, so that's not 100% proof. And just sort of without even being an expert on anything, you can kind of see where both sides could be right. There's a lot of aspects to it where that is the case. One recent thing that I've found really interesting is that they've actually, again, and this is an example that you kind of have to be an expert or know a bit about this shit. And when it comes to the dust particles, this is fairly interesting. And this came up in a recent, we could actually switch to it at some point if we wanted to, but Alex Stein did a different debate on Modern Day Debate. And this was the recent one, the in-person live audience debate that they did in Jersey, I believe. This was like a month ago or something like that. They had Alex Stein went out there. I think even Destiny went out there. There was different people, a lot of fairly big names. And Alex Stein did like 2 or 3 debates. They're pretty good. But one of the things that got brought up in the moon debate that Alex Stein just did recently for the live audience stuff, and this isn't the first time I've heard it, but this is a debate that I do remember being brought up in, was that the dust particles, if you actually observe the dust particles that are in the videos, they don't match up with any kind of dust on Earth that would act like that. Even if you slow it down, speed it up, whatever, the physics, they've actually had these people analyze the physics of the dust particles in the videos, and there's no kind of fucking beach sand, there's no kind of material on Earth that flies through a non-vacuum, as if, if they filmed this in the fucking desert somewhere. There's no dirt or anything like that in the desert or anywhere on Earth that behaves the same way as the dust does from the videos. The way that the dust moves isn't consistent with there being particles of air for the dust to bounce off of and fight with, getting to where it wants to go. And this ties into the argument of why, and Alex Stein brings this up often, why is there no dust on the fucking landing gear? The feet of the landing capsule or whatever that actually touches down onto the moon. They're like, there's no fucking dust that's on the actual thing. Do you think this thing, if it's thrusting to land safely and slowly onto the moon, and then it lands, you'd think that all that dust that got kicked up into the moon atmosphere would get onto the fucking craft itself? But we think of it that way because we're used to dealing with dust that is in a non-vacuum, dust that is fighting with other molecules, air molecules. That's what we're used to seeing. So when if you had some dust in your hand, you just blew it, you'd see the dust go and fly through the air like that. Whereas if you're in zero gravity and you go, all the dust just goes that way. There's no air particles for it to bounce back onto the ship. So this is the same point they make with why there's no dust on the lander itself.
They have done, that is some fantastic evidence for the moon landing, is they have done some high resolution scans of photography of the moon landing sites. This one is Apollo 11. and here's a close-up of it. You can see both the tracks from the rover and the footprints from the astronauts walking around. You can see there kind of a little bit to the right, you can see the actual lander, and then a couple of different experiments that they left when they took off, including somewhere close to it is the actual rover. Those so that is the main thing that I'd like to point out. There's the photographic evidence is not just a small amount, it's a gigantic amount. And for all the people's claims of fakery, nobody has ever once actually done any forensic evidence from a forensic expert in photography to look at the images and see, are they real or not? Nobody's ever done that. They just like to say it's fake, but never provide evidence for it. So there you go. Hey, oh, there's me and Charlie Duke. Charlie Duke is he was the astronaut for Apollo 16. He travels now all around the world as a full-time evangelist. That's what he does. He is a Christian evangelist, and he fills rooms full of people to talk about God. That's what he does for the last couple decades. So I find it strange, flat earthers and NASA and moon landing deniers somehow try to wrap religion into it. Well, Charlie Duke wraps religion into it, and he uses his status as an astronaut to evangelize. So, all right, there is my presentation. Like I said, mc2.net/moon has the.
Well, thanks for joining us, Donald Ferguson. Got a call about adaptive genetics tomorrow. Sounds fun.
4 different citations to the 4 different archives of photographs. So
that's the weakest. Is that it? Did I get my rebuttal?
I presented.
That is the weakest. Oh my God, I love Stein.
Evidence, and you didn't present. You just made a lot of claims. So
it's funny how this other guy is really smart, and Alex is just like, "Oh, that is weak." The other guy's probably right, and Alex Stein's just such a showman.
Well, I don't need. I said a lot of evidence. You showed a picture. I guess McToon. I'm not trying to be rude, but I guess you don't realize they make movies. You don't realize they can fake a picture. You don't think that's possible? Yeah. So my claim is those pictures are. I know the evidence. They can't go through low Earth orbit today, so they weren't able to go in 1969 because technology doesn't go backwards. I presented evidence to them, NASA, saying that they cannot travel through it. So I presented evidence. You showed me a picture on the moon. Listen, McToon, you and I both know that Stanley Kubrick could recreate this. Anybody could recreate this. They could do this anywhere in a studio. But see, obviously, once again, you're not. Obviously, you don't work in television or film. You've never actually produced something, because I'm saying there's a thing called movies where they can recreate anything. They can make monsters in San Francisco. I can show you evidence how they make a movie. That's very easy. Listen, Mitun, I don't need to argue with you. If that's really your argument, let me finish. Let me finish my thing. I said the thing. Let me say the statement. If that's your debate,
guys, we're gonna have to.
That's your debate. I'm saying.
What the fuck?
Okay, listen, McToon. You didn't even present
anything. I just want you, as it's been clear, we're now moving into our 60 minutes of open dialogue. And I enjoy the spice, but we need to make sure that we're hearing everybody. So if MC Tune, maybe you want to pick a point, and then we can go back and forth.
All right. In 1960s, they didn't have computer technology like they do today. They didn't have semiconductors. Computer technology was vacuum tubes and iron core RAM. Iron core memory is not affected by radiation. Neither is vacuum tubes. All new semiconductor-based semiconductor-based computers are susceptible to radiation. So when you send computers through the Van Allen belts, you need to harden them against radiation. So the technology that they had then wasn't affected by it. The technology that we have now is affected by it. I have details of this on my website, mc2.net/moon, talking about the particular challenges of semiconductor-based technology in the presence of radiation. That's why they have these problems. In that particular video that you played, they were talking specifically about the computer systems, but you left that part out.
Oh, Steiny boy. Chew on that. You ain't going to let him talk to you like that, are you?
Is it my 2 minutes to talk?
Yep. And now, Alex, all yours for rebuttal.
I'd have to say, McToon, that was the most pathetic demonstration of an anti-debate, or try to debunk my even crazy conspiracy by showing one photo of a moon helmet and saying that is real. Anybody with half a brain realizes that in a film studio, they can recreate anything. So I don't even want to argue that. I don't want to argue pictures because they can fake pictures. That is so, the fact that you don't think that in 1969, that it was easier to get to the moon than to fake a photograph shows that you're not based in reality and that you don't have the mental capacity to even debate me. Because if you're going to actually say that that's all you have to do for a presentation is show one fake picture, yeah, you're just going to disregard everything I talked about. Forget about the technology, but why not? Gus Grissom was actually murdered, a guy that was actually part of the Apollo mission that actually hung a lemon. So that's my question for you is, what do you think about Gus Grissom hanging a lemon on the lunar lander in front of the press in a time when NASA, you weren't allowed to talk to the press? And then the same person that was running the space program was a guy by the name of Werner von Braun, who killed a bunch of Polish people because he was the biggest rocket scientist for the Nazis. And then Gus Grissom came up dead in a testing drill, the same guy that was one of the most decorated pilots in the entire United States military air force, and he happens to die on a testing drill. And this guy that actually died for our country said that the whole lunar lander was a lemon. Yet you're going to come here and sit here in a sweatshirt and show me a fake picture and say this is proof that we went on the moon. And I didn't even get through half of my arguments about saying how fake it is. So it's just really a sad excuse of a debater. You say that you debate all the time. That was the most pathetic debate I've ever heard in my life, and you should be embarrassed for yourself. The effort and the
fact that this guy is wearing a sweatshirt is the best evidence Alex Stein has put forward so far.
quality of debate that you just put forth.
Oh.
So I see you're very good at insults and no good at providing evidence. So thank you very much for admitting that. We chose a topic.
I fucking love watching Alex Stein debate. This shit is too funny. I fucking love him.
And you did.
I'm telling you guys, go this channel, Modern Day Debate. If you are not familiar with this channel, they host debates about fucking everything. And they have Alex Stein on from time to time. They're very friendly with him. Alex Stein is the best debater that this channel has ever had. He is he has some interesting, I won't take it away from him that he has some interesting points. He brings facts to the table and stuff that are interesting in terms of proving the point or whatever and making valid arguments and stuff. I mean, I will say, I don't know that I've seen Alex win a lot of the debates, really win them intellectually, have the best points and arguments and all that. But he is the best debater. He is so funny. He makes this, he makes this channel 10 times as watchable with his debates because they are so. He argues that dinosaurs are fake. We got to watch it some other night. We'll go over. We'll do a long stream and watch at least 2 of his debates or something because there's some old ones that are really fucking funny, man. Alex is really funny on this channel.
I addressed the topic and you completely ignored it. So could you actually respond to the topic that I was talking about? Go ahead.
The superconductor. Yeah, the Hasselblad cameras. There's no way they were able to go through. You're talking about levels.
I was talking about computer technology, semiconductor technology.
But what I want to say is
not supercomputers, not cameras.
Exactly. No, I'll agree. You know all about superconductors. Is it my time to answer? Is it my time to answer?
Are you deaf? No superconductors.
Okay. What is the question? Answer the question. Ask me the question so I can answer it for you.
Semiconductors.
Okay, let me tell you about the semiconductors. It doesn't matter what kind of conductor. It can be a full automatic conductor going through levels of radiation. Listen, are you going to let me answer your question? Going through levels of radiation called the Van Allen.
Look at it. He's getting it now. He's like, oh, I see what I'm in for. They can be full auto conductors, semiconductors. It's like
radiation belts that would literally say they would murder you. It doesn't matter what you put through it. They say they can't even put manned spaceflight through it today. Yet you're trying to tell me that this film was able to go through it. They can't even put a spacecraft through it today. So it's absurd. If they were maybe able to do it today, then you'd actually have a point. But they can't recreate that technology. They were able to do it, which is a lie. They can't go back and say we were lying.
What kind of radiation is in the Van Allen radiation belts?
Bad radiation, negative radiation, the bad kind. That's the kind. Hey, listen, I'm not a radiation expert. I know that radiation's bad. I don't need to be a radiation. I don't need to be a radiation expert to know that the moon landing's fake, bud.
You made a claim that the radiation. Hold on, let me finish.
I didn't make that claim. NASA made that claim. NASA made that claim. I'm not a radiation expert.
Amy, this is going to end.
Well, are you gonna rage quit,
Amy,
McToon, because you're losing so
Amy,
bad? Is that why? Is that
Are
no?
you
I can
gonna-
tell
are you gonna
McToon.
control this, Amy?
Yeah, you're gonna quit, McToon, because you're
I can't get a
losing
sentence
so
in.
bad.
Once again, we are playing volleyball.
Go ahead,
MC
McToon.
Tune, it's all yours.
Okay, Alex, shut the hell up while I'm talking. Let me finish a sentence after you ask a question. All right? Amy, I'm not kidding you. This is getting stupid.
Oh, come on. Have a little fun, McToon.
All right?
I'm sympathetic and just
McToon is McPissed right now.
sending hearts to
You're
both
gonna
you
no,
guys.
you're not sending hearts. You're taking control and you're not letting him interrupt me in the middle of a sentence.
I would like no
Yes
one
or
to
no?
interrupt. Yes, I would like
All right.
nobody to interrupt each other.
Listen, McToon, before you start
Well,
crying, I'm not
that-
going to interrupt you. Go ahead.
There it is.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, and the ball's all yours.
Film and cameras. All right, you changed the topic to film and cameras. Alex, what type of radiation is in the Van Allen radiation belts? You don't know.
Van Halen, really, radiation belt. Hold on 1 second, guys. I just gotta grab some more toothpicks from over here. Oh, yeah. You guys are lucky I'm eating toothpicks and not smoking 10 fucking cigarettes per stream like Andrew Wilson.
Magnetic radiation. Is it some sort of magnetic radiation?
Wrong. It's
Well,
alpha radiation and beta radiation.
Well, that's
What
why.
kind-
That's why.
Alex Stein was thinking electromagnetic radiation.
It affect a magnet. Is that's what the film is like a magnet? That's why I'm saying that it would. Magnetic radiation would affect the magnetism of the film.
It's not magnetic. It's alpha radiation
The
and
film
beta
is.
radiation.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. What kind of radiation affects film?
Listen, McToon, you and I
What
both
kind of radiation
know
affects film?
all kind of
This
radiation
was-
affects film. Alpha radiation, yes. Listen, McToon, if you want to,
I'm
sit
sorry,
here and
Alex.
debate radiation, we can. But it's not about that.
You
It's about
brought
the
it
Van.
up.
It's about the
You
Van
brought
Allen
up
radiation
points.
belt. But my
Absolutely.
point
Oh
is,
my
let me
gosh.
talk about
All
my
right, Amy,
point.
that's it.
That's my
That's it.
point. Don't
That's
quit, McToon. Don't rage quit. Don't be a wimp. Just let's finish. Just oh my God, he quit. What? He quit? What a professional debater. You're kidding.
Oh my God, he did quit. What the fuck? He really quit. Look at this. He doesn't come back. Oh my God.
Wow, he quit. LOL. Come on, Amy. What? That's ridiculous. He supposedly says that he is a debater, and he just got crushed so bad he had to quit, and he was crying. I can't believe he's crying like that and quit. What a wimp, McToon. He can't even handle the truth. He can't even talk about Gus Grissom. He quit because we're talking about radiation. What a baby. And he loses in public in 4K, gets denied and quits. I mean, guys, it's so easy. Like, even these space guys that say they're space geeks and know everything about space, they can't debate the moon landing because they know it's fake. Because none of it makes sense. They know these people that love technology and science are the same people that the greatest technology and science.
Holyoke Joe. Is that what? How is this make me a dick? DMS is a dick. I said the boring video we were watching sucked, and DMS said, what? Should I be streaming from bed? No, you didn't say the video sucked. You said this sucks. Which I thought you meant my stream. And so you stream as well. And I do like watching your stream sometimes. I tune in often. Whenever it comes up recommended, I click on it for sure. But I thought you were saying my stream sucked. So I said, oh, what? Should I be streaming from bed? Because that's what you do. I'm not insulting the fact that you do that. I watch you do it and enjoy it sometimes. What a goddamn Holyoke Joe.
Ever created was destroyed. We're supposed to believe in 1972 they destroyed the greatest scientific achievement ever. Basically, the cure to cancer. It'd be like having the cure to cancer and destroying it. I mean, it's absolutely laughable, but that's easy. At Primetime 99, I get to come on and I get to win like that. A guy rage quits. You don't mess with Primetime 99, Alex Stein. Y'all can't debate.
Fucking generic Eric, thanks for joining us. If you got to go tune back in or click on this again later, because there's a couple videos, at least one I'm getting to tonight that is fucking weird. And I don't know how deep of a rabbit hole we're going to go with this. I'm going to get rid of this and we'll go right to that video. Cause that guy fucking quit the debate. I thought we were going to be here a lot longer watching them spar, but that guy ran off like a pussy. I don't know what the fuck happened. Love a good rage quit though. So where did I put this video? Hold on. Oh my god, dude. What is okay? Let me play this for you guys because this is actually weird. Let me see if I have another angle because I thought I saved. No, I guess. Let me see. There's this one. Hold on, guys. I'm telling you, this is fucking nuts. Is this it? Oh no. Okay, so this is let me just show you. This is another example of the ones that I'm not sold on the green screen. I'll get to the other video in a second. Bro, here's this one, okay? How do we start this over?
Like, obviously, there's this thing called hairspray. So here goes this guy doing a backflip, and
Gravity just like gravity goes away. It must have found a pocket.
gravity goes away, and he fell.
Yeah, yeah.
Or he got caught up in that harness he's wearing. Here comes the one with senior.
Yeah.
Bro, okay, this is the sketchiest video right here. They're wheeling this guy through, and you can see the blue screen video. And then this video is a real, whatever they're filming here, the guy that's in this video is in another video that looks like this is the one that you're seeing them film it here with the blue screen. Look at this.
In the background.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
And it's obviously
You guys see it, right?
Here's an arrow.
A guy filming with a green tennis ball in front of a blue screen.
Right. Clearly, I mean, it's not even.
And then here's a clip of what they turned it
Here's
into.
his water particle. Yep. Wow.
This guy just disappears like, oh, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I'm good to go. Hey, I gotta go. Yeah, what we got back there? Another green screen.
And this guy,
The ones where they're doing the he's hanging his shirt, like you can see, like
it's not even
you
good.
can clearly see the artist. It's like if you take your hands right now and you grab your shirt and you just pull out.
Yeah.
Like it's This one's my favorite right
And the
here.
green
The guy
shirt.
goes to reach for.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a doofus.
But watch their thing at the end. I think this guy's always in it, man. He's the biggest
always
clown.
there.
Yeah.
He's the worst. Like they got to be like, hey Bob, we got to get you out of here, bro. Like you're blowing our.
Look at this.
Let me reach up there. Oh wait. Oh, kung fu.
Here, I'm gonna pause it real quick. I'm gonna pause it real quick. So
we have to. We got to expand.
So I imagine this guy in the green that's doing this flip. Like when they're practicing, they're like, oh, this guy's got the shit, man. He nails every flip and you can never tell, right? So he's like the practice king of flips. But then whenever they go to film it, he gets nervous and he spoofs it up and grabs his harness. Because he is the most
he's Ray Finkel.
Yeah. Terrible, man. This guy's doing a flip right here, and the guy next to him just reaches up and grabs a harness that's right on his hip.
We got.
See, now this one I feel like is debunked as being faked, because when you zoom in, he's actually grabbing his pocket. Guys, you know how badly I want to say that this is all fucking bullshit and the government's just lying to us and they brought Nazis to work in our government. You guys have to know that I want to say that, right? But if you look, he grabs his pocket. He's not grabbing a harness. Just pay attention.
Yeah, I gotta pause it real quick. I'm gonna pause it because the funniest part to me.
Look, his finger goes in his pocket.
Well, there's several funny parts, by the way. I don't know. But the lady
Just the last knuckle of his finger goes in the pocket.
in the background with the hair.
Yeah.
It's like did someone not think that like we've got to make her hair look like that, right? It's got to be standing up. Dude, it is hard as a rock. It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
moving.
yeah.
You know, it's like this is we must be in space. Look at her hair. Like obviously, there's this thing called hairspray. Yeah, so because this.
But the thing is, what if she actually did that with hairspray to make it more dramatic, but they're actually on the ISS? The hair does look weird here, though. All right, here is the video I wanted to show you guys. I saved it on the gram, and I thought I had a better angle of this. But look at this shit. What did the what is it? Siberia? Hold on, guys. I'm bringing you with me. These guys get hit with like an energy weapon or something. I have not looked into this, so we will Google right after we play it. Yeah. Not Siberia, Serbia. Sorry. Did Serbian government use a secret weapon on its own people? Guys, look at this. All these people are doing a moment of silence type of thing. This is why I know I have this video somewhere else and it's a better angle, because this other video that I saved actually explained what was going on and this one doesn't. But these people are, it's like hundreds of thousands of people out in the streets for this protest, and they're doing like a moment of silence thing that I think is related to people that died at the hands of the Serbian government. Again, don't fact check me on all that, but I believe that's what this other video explained was going on. But listen to this sound, and all these people start running. This is actually like a scene from fucking what is that? What's the one movie about the aliens and the sound? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place. One of those movies. There's, I think, more than one A Quiet Place movies. One of them is based on these aliens that can't really see well, and they just listen for you. And when they hear you, I mean, the drop of a pin, they come and just fucking slaughter these people. And I believe it's happening like in New York or something. I don't. It's some big city where this movie is the plot is based out of, and these aliens fucking come down and start fucking people up, and people realize they have to be quiet because the aliens can't really see, they just listen. So everybody just huddles down in these different buildings and shit like this, and they can go out into the street, but they just have to be so quiet. They basically just like barely fucking move in these small packs, and they just have to be completely quiet. And it reminds me of that movie because everyone is dead silent, and then out of nowhere there's this fucking noise that just sounds like a plane about to crash into the concrete. Check this out. People just start hauling ass. Look at this. What the fuck is that? Bro, what are they using? Hold on. Let me do some looking up. Let me let's go to Twitter and see if there's some other angles of this, because I bet there are. $800,000 people in the streets. Here, check this out. Let me I'll bring you guys over to the Twitter because it looks like these next couple posts aren't anything too crazy for the tube. But check this shit out. Look at this. This is the protest that footage is from. 800,000 fucking people in the street. So look at this. All these people just clear out of the street for no fucking reason. Oh, I think this is a good angle. Hold on, guys. Watch this shit. Let me go down here. Bro, look at the tree shaking. Dude, what the fuck is that? Is that not fucking nuts? It's crazy that it happens right then. It's during the moment of silence thing that they're doing. What is this? Hold on. Let me so this is what yesterday the police in Belgrade dissolved a protest with the help of a non-fatal acoustic weapon, as different Serbian media report. Holy shit. Jet taking off, 120 decibels. 50 meters, front row concert tickets, 107. 95 decibels, subway car. So in this other post, which I cannot find, it's so weird, man. I don't know why I can't find this other post, but it was someone that was at the protest explaining. They're saying missile. Yeah, I'll look it up. I'll look around. But dude, missile what? Because nothing hits. You're saying something was fired above the crowd? Serbia, 14 hours ago, Serbian government denies using sonic weapon at protests. Okay, hold on. CNN. Let's man, I should have just done a whole stream on this. Cuz this is interesting and I feel like going long on this, but I can't. I got to go somewhere in a minute. Calls in Serbia for independent investigation into claims of a sonic device attack at peaceful rally. Calls were mounting in Serbia on Monday for an independent investigation into reports that security forces used a prohibited sonic weapon on crowds at a huge peaceful anti-corruption rally last weekend. Are you guys with me on this page? Okay. I'll go down here. Rally last weekend, even though authorities vehemently denied it. Serbian rights groups and opposition officials allege that such a weapon that emits a targeted beam to temporarily incapacitate people was used at the protest Saturday, even though it is banned in Serbia. They have said, they said they will file charges with international and domestic courts against those who ordered the attack. Serbia's authoritarian and pro-Russian president I was trying to get too creative with it. Alexander Vucic, again on Monday, denied that the crowd control device was deployed, calling it a wicked lie aimed at destroying Serbia. Okay. He said he will soon invite the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation and also Russia's Federal Security Service to investigate the claims. It's important for history to see how they lied, he said. Guys, I don't know what the fuck that video that looks fucking sketchy. Let's go back because I think this had links to other angles. Look at this shit. Serbian government denies, so I'm not crazy. This is actually a real video. Let's look at this one.
Let's stay in Europe, where Serbian government officials have denied security forces used a military-grade sonic device to disperse an anti-government rally attended by at least 100,000 protesters in Belgrade over the weekend. Let's take a look at this video, which was shared online. Now, as we mentioned,
what the fuck? Hold on. Let's back that up because I clicked it smaller.
Online. Now, as we mentioned,
that's fucking scary, guys. Look what they're already, bro. Look what they're fucking using on people.
The Serbian government has denied it used a sonic device. Many of the protesters dispute that. But to tell us more about sonic devices and their legality is Jennifer Parker, who's an expert associate at the ANU National Security College, and she's in Canberra this morning. Jennifer, g'day.
Hi, James. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, no, thank you for being available.
Dog-faced bitch.
Just briefly, what does a sonic weapon do and how do they work? Because they're not particularly well known.
So a sonic weapon is a weapon that uses sound to injure or incapacitate someone. And it does that by using a specific frequency that can be harmful to humans or by just being exceptionally loud. The most common one actually is a long-range acoustic device, which is actually used by police and militaries across the world, including the Australian military and police. But
hold on a second, guys. Did I just see something?
Militaries across the world, including the Australian military.
I thought I saw a laser for a second. Hold on.
Actually is a long-range acoustic device, which is actually used by police and military.
Is that rain? What are those things we're seeing? Are you guys seeing that too? You guys seeing these little flashes? What are these flashes? Look at like up here. You see one that looks kind of closer and one that looks far away.
Is a long-range acoustic device, which is actually used by police.
You see those little things? What is that?
One actually is a long-range acoustic device, which is actually.
You see this? You guys see this? These little flashes of stuff?
Used by police.
You see that? Is that just a glare off the camera? That could be some kind of glare, I guess.
And militaries across the world, including the Australian military and police. But it's not normally used in the harmful or the alert mode, which can be at about 160 decibels, which is about 100,000 times as loud as a lawnmower, and about 1,000 times louder than what is harmful to the human ear. It's not normally used in that way, but it looks like it has been used in Serbia.
What sort of effects do these weapons have on people? I mean, you can see the parting of the crowd there suddenly. And how long do the effects last on people exposed to them?
Well, the first thing to note is that this communications device is normally used as a communications device. So think of it as an exceptionally loud hailer, and that's how it's used in Australia. You can also attach different sounds to it and alerts. And those sounds and alerts, depending on the frequency and the loudness, can cause things like potential nausea, can cause damage to the ear, and potentially hearing loss, depending again on how loud it was.
Did I say these were Americans? These were Americans. What are you talking about, Joe?
And the frequency. How long this will last? Look, the jury's really out. It does depend very much on how it was used and the range at which it was used.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Jennifer, we get you to comment on all sorts of things around the world that are going on. You wear many hats. I just wanted to ask you about the discussions that are taking place in Europe at the moment. With Donald Trump as president, some nations are not sure whether or not they can rely on the US nuclear umbrella.
Okay, fuck. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. All right. All right, guys. This has been Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. I hate to leave you abruptly. We'll see if anything develops with that Serbian story, but I had to show you guys that video. I should have just done a whole stream breaking that down and reading some shit into that, but it's probably about as much information as we're really going to get out of it, what we've already discussed here. So, I do have some. I know Holyoke Joe was complaining that tonight's stream isn't funny enough. We should have been dicking around more. Okay, well, sometimes we need to talk about space. Okay, all right, Holyoke Joe. So just chill out. We're gonna have some more fun streams the rest of this week. I promise. Okay, I got some fun stuff planned. So anyway. Guys, thank you for hanging with me, especially if you were torn between this and the Bubba Army channel, and I hate that that happened, but, you know, I stream at the same fucking time every goddamn night. I don't know why Bubba Army had to go switching things up on us, but anyway, I think that was an accident. I think I could be fucking completely stupid, but I think that was an accident for them to start their best of stream at 6 p.m. I don't know. I don't know. Rhett might be in some hot water. Lummy. Let's hope it was Lummy's fault. Yeah, that's what we'll do. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging with me. I do got to get out of here. I got some shit to do, and then I got to get some fucking sleep. But thank you guys for hanging with us. I promise we got some fun stuff to get to this week. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Either we'll see if the Bubba Army chat, if they stream in the morning for the best of, I'll be there. And if not, I'll see you guys in my chat tomorrow night. Should be starting at 8 o'clock. If Alex Stein goes live 7 to 8, then I'll be starting at 8. So, all right, lovers, I'll see you then. Let's get our outro music. I make my own royalty-free tracks, and I make parody songs, all that. I'm just on here fucking hustling, working like a dog. All right, so please just hit that like button. If you are interested in throwing a few dollars my way, that would be very appreciated because streaming isn't free. I say it all the time, guys. You can support me with a few dollars, stuff them in my tight little thong. If that interests you, if you like the sound of that, you can do that at PayPal. On PayPal, I'm Darkmatch, DARKMATCH. And then on Venmo, I'm Darkmatch Steve, DARKMATCHSTEVE. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow, lovers. Take it easy. Mwah.